everyone! Dark Zone just released a brand new Volcanic Pro, but first I want to talk to you about a little investigation I made and some key difference I found between the American version of the Brute Pro and the Canadian version. By the way, I'm your host Dave, welcome to that. Before we go on with this video, a small disclaimer: I am no lawyer, I am no legal expert. As a matter of fact, I only question a few people and I ask AIs for answers to my interrogation regarding the law on the other side of the border. I say AIs because I went with more than one. I asked ChatGPT and I asked Gemini. Since ChatGPT and Gemini gave me the same answer, I will base my fact on Gemini's answer. This is not a bashing video, this is not a complaint video, this is an investigation to understand what's going on. Let's continue. I really dig my Brute Pro. I mean, the thing was super smooth, working well, but judging on the reviews that came out from the American side, the reception of this blaster is kind of mixed. I mean, watching my review, you will see the blaster is pretty much flawless, but if I go, let's say, to Wacom's video, I mean, during Wacom's video, everything bad that could happen with this blaster basically happened. There was a loose P-card that was like just not holding on the blaster. Magazine was not that tight into the blaster. There was some misoperation on the slam fire. Plus the trigger was kind of mushy and hard, hard. This is not what I called a perfect blaster, and I would understand that you ask me the question like, why do you like this thing? I like it because it worked fine. So I went into a little investigation and asked around my friend. For most of my American friends, pretty much everyone I asked about this blaster, you all receive the same version, which is this one, the one in an open package. Basically, there's nothing that shows that the blaster will be flawed because of this, but every single American I know that ordered this version had issue with the blaster. While in Canada, we were lucky enough to have this version, which is the boxed version. It's a closed packaging boxed version compared to this open packaging version. Meaning there is seemingly a difference between the two versions in the two box, because pretty much all my friends from Canada which had the box version had a flawless blaster, and most of my friends in the USA that had this blaster in the open package had those issues. You can go check my review and check Wacom's review for the detail. You will see all the difference between those two blasters here. But could the mixed reception of those blasters be responsible for such a release out of nowhere with the Volcanic Pro? Normally Dark Zone, they announce their product, they hype us a little, and then we just drool over it and go grab it when it come out. It's kind of weird that seemingly at the same time as the American review, the mixed review on the Brute Pro are coming out, that Dark Zone would, let's say, rush a release like that, because nobody heard anything about this blaster until it released just a couple days ago. Go check for yourself on Dark Zone website. Every spec of the Volcanic Pro is better than the Brute Pro. I mean, literally, they doubled the capacity and went with exactly what I said during my review. They should have put 12-round magazine coming with the Brute Pro, and that's what they do. They gave two 12-round magazine with the new Volcanic. We had some question about the P-car and pistol blaster because P-car are quite restrictive, and the Volcanic is coming with a B-car. That's another thing. Plus the FPS claim. It's 10 FPS higher in the claims than the Brute Pro. So it's a better made product with a new configuration which is like more like a Gecko, a Viper or a Fire Rat compared to the inline plunger tube that we had in the Brute Pro or the MK2 or the MK2.1. So they really bring an evolution in their product, but right after they release what seems to be two different versions of the same product. And the problem with the different version is because it will impair the credibility of anyone. Some people will, it will impair Wacom's credibility because people will say, oh, you always complain, nothing is ever perfect. And it will impair my credibility because I am known to be very picky on my my blaster. And apparently I just love this one, which for most of you is a flawed blaster, and for me it's perfect. That's where it caused problem. The disparities in the seemingly two different batch of this product, because apparently the only relation between those two batches are the packaging. Could it be that those two versions coming on the market with mixed review pushed Dark Zone to release another similar blaster very quickly after this one? I can't say it is, but it seems like so. So yeah, with a new blaster announced, and a blaster that is right up my alley. I mean, basically, this is a Viper / Fire Rat from Dark Zone. This Volcanic Pro seems very interesting. But at least for Canadians, this is another problem. Because, yet again, I have to talk about it because Dark Zone still not delivered, still not shipped to Canada. And I made the test because I tried to contact them about the problem for years now. Every time they release something new that is orderable through their site, I try to order it. And pretty much every time it doesn't work. Same thing goes for this new Volcanic Blaster. I did make the test. First, I'm going on Dark Zone website. I grab the Volcanic Pro, put it in my cart. I put only the Volcanic Pro in my cart. And then I enter my address, enter my zip code, and when I go to checkout page, it gives me the denial that I need to remove one item from my cart because one of the items in my cart can be shipped to Canada. Since there is only one, okay, I remove it from my cart, and maybe it's the blaster. Maybe the blaster can be shipped here. So I went for another new item that they just released, the 3-pack of clear magazine. Put the 3-pack in my cart. Only that they added the free bottom section for the magazine. Okay, fine. Place the order, enter my address. Again, another denial. Okay, so maybe blaster and accessories are still not in the system to be shipped to Canada. What about the darts? I mean the darts. They just released Nitro Shot Plus Dart on their site, so I want to try them. So I took a 200 pack, removed the mag from my cart, put the dart in my cart, try to order, again, the same thing. I have to remove one item from my cart if I want my order to be shipped. But the problem is they would ship me an empty box if I remove one item from my cart. Then, little thought occur in my head, like, maybe it's because I'm in Quebec. Maybe sometimes we have very restrictive law on something and very loose on others. So maybe it's just my province. So I tried with my friends that live in Ontario. I took his address, entered the address, tried to order. For the same 3 items separately, I received the same 3 denial. So okay, maybe not on the East Coast. So let's go at the other end of the country, the complete West Coast. Let's go for BC, British Columbia. I call my friend, take his zip, take his address, enter the address, and again, 3 denial. Here's my question for Dark Zone, and really I would ask the community to ask them the same question, the Canadian community. Why do you say you ship in Canada if you don't ship in Quebec, in Ontario, and in British Columbia? Last time I checked, they were the 3 most populated area in Canada. Not shipping to those 3 places is not shipping to Canada, basically. If you're telling me, oh yeah, but we ship to Yukon, yeah, there is what, a couple gold diggers over there and very low population. This is not, compared to the other province, this is really not the same. So after trying this little test, 3 different address, 3 different item, all denial on shipping, I contacted Dark Zone again to first ask them what's going on, and again, no answer, nothing. They read the message. I have the timestamp where they read it, and I keep a good record of every message I send them and the timing. Originally, a couple of years ago, my messages were very friendly, very peppy. Lately, it's more direct and I want an answer. Sorry, I had it with time. This is laughing at our face. Little interesting fact also. You got more severe law than us in the US. Really, the Federal Trade Commission, Section 5, clearly stipulate that this falls under misleading advertisement. If a company say that they deliver and they can ship to Canada and don't do it, if it lasts a couple months, it's okay. It can be a glitch, and it can be like a negligent mistake that they forgot or they didn't fix the problem. If the problem lingers on months, year, problem is with the law in United States. The problem is they go from negligent to intentional deception, because you hype people saying your product will be available across North America when it is just not. Again, I'm no legal expert, I'm no lawyer, so I'm just showing you fact of what I ask AI according to the US law about that. And I'm not gonna go even into Canadian law, because Canadian law goes into an act of bad faith. And I don't want to accuse DartZone of anything here. I am just investigating on what's going on, because DartZone has always been the company that says we are with the community, we listen to the community, we want to work with you. It's not true. You never answer my messages. Even more than that, I understand that I am under 10,000 subscribers, but you never ever answer Welcome's messages, and I think he is way more important than me in the hobby, and I'm pretty sure that his perception of your product was right, because he probably saw more blaster than any employee at your company saw. Same for me, honestly. I probably have saw more type of blaster and more special blaster and more blaster overall than a lot of your employees, really. But all those problems, like, do I have a solution? Yes, I think I do, but it will have to be a community solution. We will need to rally and get accordingly, because as a community, we need to hold the company accountable for their product, the quality, the accessibility, and the pricing. I mean, it's pretty obvious that here there is a problem with quality, because there's seemingly a big difference in quality between a box version of the Brew Pro and the open package version of the Brew Pro. The availability, yeah, it's something. If you say you deliver somewhere, the FTC is waiting for you to go with what you say. Not going with what you say and clearly stating on your site without restriction that you ship to Canada is a direct misleading advertisement. And for pricing, yeah, okay, there is inflation, so let's just think, if we think the pricing is reasonable, it's okay. I understand that the Volcanic Pro is 2 times the price of the Brew Pro, but I'm pretty sure the Volcanic Pro will be worth every penny. It seems like a better product, better configuration, better performance, better capacity. I mean, everything seems to be upgraded with that thing. So the real solution for US resident is probably to check your blaster, and if it got flaws, go watch Welcome's video. I can't stress that enough. Go check Welcome's video, and if you got any of his issue with your blaster, contact DartZone for either receiving a refund or a working product. Really, I mean, this still falls under FTC regulation. It's in the warranty section, so basically they need to provide a working blaster. And for Canadian, I can go asking for a boycott, because I know there's a lot of DartZone fanboy, and I am not the kind of guy that will push a boycott on a company. That's not me. But I would say, for the Canadian community, I would like you to all rally together. We need to all rally together to message DartZone and demand that they fix their website, because over 2 years, 3 maybe 4, I'm not even sure at that point since when they say they were shipping to Canada and didn't do it. But we really need to hold them accountable for what they say, which is the availability of the blaster. Please go ahead, message them, ask them what's going on, just ask them to fix their website, fix the shipping. I mean, they are supposed to do it, but the reality is completely different. So yeah, as long as we will stand as a community and hold the companies accountable for the product they release, we shall see an improvement. Except maybe Hasbro, because we are instinctively refusing their new line of product, because basically it's mostly Ward, their new blaster, and we are pulling away by ourselves, because this is not speaking really with us, this new language that they tried to have with their blaster. But Dart Zone, they are the community company. They're the one that brought the Half Dart blaster on store shelf. Why? Why such difference between product? Why a new, better version of a product you just released? Why no communication if you're working so hard with the community? I would really like to know your point of view. Please leave me in the comment your experience with the Brute Pro. What kind of version you have, and did you have any issue with it, or is your blaster perfect? And for the Canadian, for my Canadian fellows here in the community, I want to know, did you ever succeed in ordering something from Dart Zone? Because I've been trying for years and nothing ever worked. And last night I tried for 3 addresses for 3 of the new product, and still nothing worked at all. Well, I think that's gonna be it for this small video. I might do a follow-up on this thing if Dart Zone ever dare contact me, but I wouldn't count on it. In the meantime, you can always follow me on Facebook, Instagram at that old nerf guy. Please leave a like and comment, subscribe for more content. Don't forget to hit that bell to notify for my latest video. This was Dave Fatag. Thank you for watching. See you next time.